Welcome back to Seduce Me with Jackie and Isabel, and last episode we just basically made out with Erik.
Yep, and uncontrollable laughter ensues, but I think we're good now.
Yeah, I think we're probably calm. Yes.
Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I had.
I suspect that will not be the case, just based on previous experience. Like, every night's been a little weird.
Yeah. I felt good.
I think that's how you're supposed to feel after you make out with a sex demon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Or make out with anybody.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You should feel good.
Probably.
I drifted to sleep and woke up almost flawlessly that next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep? I don't know, Buttercup, you tell me.
Since you were a little babby. I looked at my alarm clock. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm.
Oh, it's nice. I love that feeling.
Well, hey, I must be lucky today.
That's such like a... Well, hey. I don't know. That's how... I don't know.
Karma owed me some luck. After all I had gone through in merely a handful of days, I deserved to get some good luck.
I would argue that you've had a large amount of good luck already.
Do you see who you were making out with yesterday, Buttercup?
He is very conventionally attractive. Plus, you are now living with 5 really nice dudes who, like, cook for you and clean up your house for you, like, and they're not well, Damien's a little creepy, but most of them aren't creepy, and, like, you got some good roommates.
Yeah. Ecstatic?
Ecstatic?
Ecstatic. Ecstatic for the day ahead, I turned off my alarms, plural, before they could ring and got dressed.
Maybe
However, my phone started to quickly buzz from an incoming text.
Maybe she has trouble waking up in the mornings.
Huh? Who's texting me this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on.
Aw.
We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
Aw.
I smiled. My friends were the best. I couldn't drive yet and didn't have a car, so it was awesome that my friends would let me carpool. You couldn't drive yet?
I mean, to be fair, I couldn't drive until just before I graduated high school either. But that's because I hate driving. Driving is the worst.
I checked the time. 6:30.
Damn, you up early, girl.
Well, she did sleep for most of yesterday.
That's true. She did sleep a lot.
Perfect. I can eat some breakfast before they come.
What about taking a shower?
She's just naturally ready.
But she hasn't taken a shower at all. Oh my god.
Buttercup, we're concerned for your personal hygiene.
I hope at the very least you have some strong antiperspirant on.
Amen.
Just not like Axe strong. We don't need any of that.
Yeah, Axe is really strong. But I packed my bag and carried it downstairs towards the kitchen. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate with eggs, toast, and bacon sitting on the table. A fresh, steaming cup of coffee sat next to the plate with the sugar and creamer on the side.
I don't drink coffee, thanks, though.
I walked to the table and couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Why?
Who made this?
I'll give you one guess, Buttercup.
Buttercup, you seriously can't believe it? Like, they've been basically cooking all of your meals since they got here a couple days ago. You really don't know who could have made this for you?
As I spoke aloud, a small red note caught my attention.
Have a good day. Yours.
Not even gonna sign it?
My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him.
Ah, I see. To make it generic.
Yes. I smiled before putting the note in my bag and eating up. The food was so delicious, I devoured every amazing bite.
I'm sure it was. Thank you by magic.
I looked at the time again. Time to go.
Woo! Off to Nerd Academy.
I quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still needed to look decent.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Oh. Oh.
Before I could reach the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand.
Aw. Huh?
I turned to see Erik, who was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
What's wrong?
My name.
Erik? What?
Your name? Did you forget it? It's Erik, silly.
Do you need help?
My true name isn't Erik, miss. I want you to know my real name, if something were to happen.
Oh. Okay.
Like, you're gonna make me your emergency contact?
No, we're making him our emergency contact. I think. Like, if something were to happen to us. I think.
His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? 'Cause he loves you.
Aww.
I remember reading about a demon's name from the journal I read yesterday.
Convenient.
If you knew a demon's true name, you could summon them to you, no matter where you were or where they were.
Yeah, so he's giving you his true name.
Aww.
So that if we're in trouble, we can call him.
That's so
how
cute.
Sweet.
Erik gently pulled me to him and leaned close to whisper in my ear.
Can we stop whispering, please?
My name is Uzrael.
Uzrael. If it was a Latin-based language, it would really be... I mean, that's not even close. But, like... I'm just confused as to what... Like, because... Buttercup said earlier that it sounded something like Latin. So, I don't know. That's not Latin.
I don't know, man. As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it.
Ulysses S. Grant. I'll never forget Eric's true name. Azalea. Or, Umbrella? Oh, wow. Ulysses S. Grant is hottest president. Okay. If you
Stop,
disagree,
Isabel. I'm too flustered over Ulysses S. Grant.
if you
He
disagree,
is the hottest president,
if you disagree, you need to present a compelling argument in the comments. Otherwise, like, you just...
And it has to be, like, essay long.
Yeah. Like, at least 3 sentences.
Either arguing why he's not the hottest president, or arguing for another president to be the hottest president.
If you were to suggest that Abe Lincoln was more in your type, I would actually accept that with no questions.
Okay, I mean, like, Abe Lincoln comes, like, maybe not, like, a close second, but, like, a closer second than second place would be, but not as hot as Ulysses S. Grant.
I mean, true, but, like, you know, everybody has a different type, right?
What is hotter than Civil War general turned president?
Skinny dudes.
I'm not into skinny dudes.
I know you're not, but I am.
Erik pulled away and smiled at me, despite still carrying worry in his eyes. What's happening right now?
I don't remember, because we got way off track and started talking about the hottest presidents and our types and, Oh, he was just telling us his name.
Yes.
Which I do know is Uzrael. Uzrael. What? Can I help you with something?
Okay, the cowardly lion.
No, I'm rolling my R's.
Cowardly lion.
My R's.
Cowardly lion.
Go.
If you are in any danger, call my name. I promise that I'll come and
Come help me, save me from Jackie.
You're gonna have to, because I called your name, so you're gonna be instantly in my presence.
Yeah. I imagine that there's a reason he told us his name, plot-wise.
I stared up at Erik, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Erik smiled before kissing my hand and heading into the dining room. Why didn't you keep me company during breakfast, huh,
Yeah,
Erik?
jerk.
Huh? Because you wanted to be all dramatic before I left?
Yeah, you jerk.
Something told me that name would be useful eventually.
Psychic Buttercup is psychic.
Mm-hmm. And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates with Suzu waving me down. I rushed out the door, and we headed to school, talking about the homework and the coming day.
So exciting. Did you get that problem on page 2?
No, it was too hard.
Yeah.
I can't figure out 2 plus 2s. It's eating me up inside.
Well, 2 what plus 2 what? 2 incubi plus 2 more incubi equals 5 incubi, because there's 5. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been too long since you've taken a math
No,
class.
it's been 4 years. That's not that long.
It's pretty long.
Well, the last class I took was AP Calculus, so it's not even like that's all I need to know. I've fulfilled math quota for the rest of my life.
And yet you're in love with a math major.
Yes. You. I'm just kidding. Sucker. No! No! Stop. I do love you, I'm just not in
We
love
made
with
it-
you.
Why not?
Because I'm not a lesbian. And neither are
But
you.
why can't you be a lesbian? for
You're not a
me?
lesbian either.
You don't know that.
I do know that. You have a boyfriend.
I could be bisexual.
You could be, but you're not.
We made it into school without a hitch.
I was just adjusting this.
And you look so very sassy doing it. Our lockers were in the same part of the hall, so we quickly unloaded what we needed to and got our important books and necessities.
Good. Yep.
First incident of the day.
Okay.
Don't look at me. Stop. As I walked towards Suzu and Naomi, who were both waiting for me on the opposite side of the hall, something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Aww.
Rude?
Whoa! Ow!
Hey, are you okay?
No, someone just fucking tripped me, Suzu.
Who did that?
You fuck him up. The three of us looked back to see Lizette and her gaggle of girls. Gaggle of girls. Gaggle of girls.
I don't think a gaggle is the technical name for a group of girls.
But
What
it
is the
sounds
technical term for a group of girls?
a
A blessing
horde.
of unicorns.
A horde?
A murder of crows. A gaggle of geese. A horde of girls.
Yeah. A stampede of girls.
I guess it depends on what action they're doing. I would say a horde of girls is...
A lot of girls.
There you go.
Lizette had... Let me...
Sorry. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Lizette had a look of complete innocence while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow.
I can't believe we thought Lizette wasn't that bad. Lisette. Yeah. I can't believe we thought she wasn't that bad. Remember in the beginning?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. She's such a jerk. Look at her stupid pink. Ugh.
Shove her
Guys,
down.
you Little
Yeah,
Bitch.
beat her up, Suzu.
Suzu, don't.
No, Naomi. Do, Suzu.
I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lisette. Today was not the only time this has happened to me. However, it was now clear who is behind these incidents.
Okay, you are from a very rich family, and you go to a private school, and I presume that your parents pay a lot of money to send you here. You're telling me they don't have any, like, they haven't punished her at all for this bullying? That's ridiculous.
Well, it could be how,
Unless-
like, she doesn't want to bring, like, attention to it, essentially, because then, like,
I guess.
Although that's no excuse. You should always tell someone if someone's bullying.
You should. It'll be better if you tell someone.
Even if she was innocent and one of her goonies did it.
Goonies.
It was now obvious that Lisette was the mastermind, just from the look on her
Let's
face.
beat her up.
Bring you down to the schoolyard, ho! She was no friend, nor would she ever be. Well, she was at one point, so that sentence is not correct. I had to do something.
Oh, we can't fight her. Aw.
Well, get her would be fighter. wouldn't it be?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay. Should we do it?
Do it! Get her! I had enough.
We just had a scary symbol again in the corner. Oh no. I'm afraid. I never choose the bad option.
Beat her up.
Oh no.
I felt adrenaline rush through my body as I pounced off the ground and rushed to Lisette.
Oh my gosh.
I was not going to be the only one with scrapes this time. I tackled Lisette to the ground, swiping and slapping her innocent face. She screamed in fright before trying to push me off and block my attacks.
Holy shit!
See, it's more fun this way.
Oh my. Wow, I feel empowered. I've never chosen the evil answers in like a game like this. Wow. Because I'm so afraid of what's gonna happen.
Stop it!
I wasn't listening anymore. I felt my carnal need to get revenge take over as I began to pull at Lisette's hair to get an even better aim at her face with my free hand.
Oh my gosh.
I've had enough of the bullying, the wounds, the insults. All of that was going to burn in the past as I scraped my nails and hand across Lisette's face over and over.
Don't bring your nails into it, please. Don't cause
fun.
Don't cause me permanent damage. Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting. I would
My
have
rebellion will be
suggested.
marked on her pretty face for all to see.
Okay, I want to like remove myself from this. I was not expecting a fight of this. I expected her to just like
Shove her.
or something, like not this much.
Lisette pushed me off and scrambled to her feet, both panicked and angry at the same time. Her emotion was nowhere close to the anger I was feeling.
Oh my gosh.
Are you crazy? What the hell?
I stood up very slowly, glaring daggers into Lisette's soul through her eyes. I must have had some sort of monster behind me, or maybe I looked like the monster myself. But the gaggle of girls, Lisette, and even my friends had a look of pure terror on their faces.
There's totally a teacher behind us.
I have
No,
had...
no. No.
Sorry! I've just been the one reading,
Yeah,
so...
you have been.
I have had enough of you, Lisette. You obviously won't stop unless I fight back. Well, guess what? You're gonna get it!
I charged at Lisette a second time, shoving her hard against the lockers. She let out a yelp of pain as she smacked the back of her head
my
against the
gosh.
metal behind her before glaring and shoving me
You're
back.
gonna really
As I
hurt
stumbled
her.
back, Lisette raised her hands, ready to fight.
Then come on, Anderson. Show me what you've got. I bet it's not much.
I'm gonna stab you, bitch!
Oh my god.
Knife you in the schoolyard! I felt myself snarl in anger before raising my own fists, remembering my taekwondo. I quickly snapped onto one leg and raised a leg to give a swift kick at her head, but she blocked with her arm and stepped towards me to jab at me. She had training. Not surprising. I didn't care at that moment.
Oh my gosh. We're like legit fighting with her. I was not expecting this.
I bent back away from the incoming jab, re-establishing my balance as I placed both feet on the floor. Lisette threw jab upon jab at me, forcing me to block my torso and face with my arms and hands. Hit for hit, Lisette and I exchanged and defended blows at each other. It was indeed more than just a catfight. This was a vengeful duel! In my mind, all I saw was Lisette. All I wanted All I wanted to do was make her stop, and if that meant beating her down, then it had to be done. We eventually gained a small crowd of people, all silent but observing the fight. Where are the teachers?
Yeah, what the heck?
It shouldn't have gone on for this long. My anger intensified, and my hits became harder with each second that passed between us. I couldn't let her win. I wouldn't let her win.
Okay, I'm gonna take a break here and just say, violence is not the answer.
Violence is the answer!
No, it's not.
None of Lizette's girls dared to step in, apparently afraid to after seeing our skills and our individual fighting styles. Suzu was held back by Naomi's arm, despite both of them wanting to help me. They didn't wait long for it to end, though. Suddenly, Lizette was pulled away from me and I was pushed against the lockers by a strong force. Lizette hit the lockers as well on the opposite end of the hallway, letting out a girly grunt of pain.
Ow.
Ugh. Is that a teacher?
I think that's our art teacher. She's hot.
I looked up to see my art teacher, Miss Gordon, holding me against the lockers with a look of surprise and serious concern on her face. I like her bracelets.
Yeah. Look at her eyes.
Oh, I love her eyes, too.
She's super cute.
Miss
I wanna
Anderson,
date her.
what are you doing?
I looked to see Lizette being held back by Miss Phillips, starting to cry innocently. I knew what was going to come out of her mouth, so I tried to push Miss Gordon off to confront her. Miss Gordon, however, kept an arm wrapped around me, keeping me back.
No, don't you dare start crying, Lisette. You started this.
Miss Anderson, get a hold of yourself!
What is wrong with you? What did I ever do to you?
I couldn't stop the angry tears running down my face as I shouted across the hallway. Lizette and Miss Phillips stared in shock at my screams as Miss Gordon tightened her hold on me.
I am so sick of it! Leave me alone!
Eventually, I lost my energy and began to weigh down on Miss Gordon's arms, letting my sadness take over and quench my anger with tears and swelling pain. I could feel Miss Gordon hug me to her to keep me up as Lizette sniffled and confided with Miss Phillips. Well, I think with that, we've kind of run
Oh my gosh, 22 minutes?
Yeah, we've run over time just a tad because of all the exciting fighting going on, and I was kind of into it, so... Anyway, this has been another episode of Seduce Me, and we'll catch you next time.